Hello, my name's Mary, and I'm coming to you from the children's room at the Portland Public Library in Portland, Maine. And we're going to continue reading Rules by Cynthia Lord. And this book was published by Scholastic Press in 2006. Sometimes you gotta work with what you got. Wednesday morning I made cookies, but when I rang the doorbell next door and rang it again, no one answered. Mom said, "There's a lot to do when you move, and I should let our new neighbors get unpacked." This morning I wanted to try again, but the minivan was already gone when I went outside. On the drive to the clinic, I tried not to let my hopes run loose, but they rushed with the water under the bridges. I hope the girl next door loves swimming because we have a pond a few streets away from my house, and now hers. I hope she's not allergic to guinea pigs, since I have two. I hope she's a little bit shy and likes to draw and read, and I hope she doesn't think it's babyish to send Morse code messages. At the clinic, Mom says it's too cold for the park. I draw sailboats bobbing on summer waves while Mom reads aloud a scene where a spell goes wrong for Harry. I catch Mrs. Frost smiling at us, and I think she's listening too. The bell above the clinic door jangles, and Mom looks up from the pages. "Hello, Elizabeth," she says to Jason's mother. "Hi, Jason." Jason doesn't move his head, but his eyes turn to me. Ah, I flinch. I know Jason can't help it, but sometimes the sounds he makes are loud and creepy. Jason wraps his communication book. "My son wants to thank you for the picture you gave him," Mrs. Morehouse says to me. "In fact, he asked me to hang it on his wall." Jason's mouth drops open. I gave Jason my "I hate when my mom does that too" eye roll. He smiles and taps his book. Jason is wondering if he could have your name in his book. Mrs. Morehouse watches his hand move card to card so he can talk to you. "Would you mind, Catherine?" It seems weird to think of my name in some boy's communication book, but I don't know how I could say no, so I say, "Okay." She takes a little card and a pen from her purse. Watching her, I wonder how that'd feel, to have to wait for someone to make a word before I could use it, and to have all my words lying out in the open, complete strangers able to walk by and see everything that mattered to me without even knowing my name. Jason grimaces at the card. "Well, you know I can't draw," Mrs. Morehouse says. "Do you want me to put her name without a picture?" "I could draw it." Jeez, where'd that come from? Just popped out of my mouth without checking with my brain first. "That'd be great." Mrs. Morehouse pulls another blank card from her purse. "If you draw on this, it'll fit in his book." On my way past Jason's wheelchair, I study a page of his communication card so my card will match his others. About 2 inches square, each card has a simple black and white line drawing and the word or phrase printed along the top. His book has clear vinyl pages, like an album for trading cards, only with smaller pockets to fit the word cards. Back at my spot on the couch, I asked Mom if I can borrow the little makeup mirror from her purse. I lay the mirror and the card on my sketchbook to give me something firm underneath while I draw. 2 inches wide, 2 inches high, a white block waiting for me to appear inside. But how should I look? Like my school picture with just combed hair and my sage cheese smile? Or like I do at home with ponytail hair and wearing my favorite purple t-shirt? I can't decide, So I do the easy part first and write Catherine at the top in tiny, neat letters. I might not be the world's best artist, but I can draw better than the stick figures and line drawings on Jason's other cards. All perfect circles and ruled straight lines. I choose a peach-colored pencil and study my face in the mirror. I draw the slow curve of my right cheek, sweeping down to my too pointy chin, up my other cheek, over the top of my head, and back to where my line began. I draw how I usually look: brown ponytail, blue-gray eyes, wearing my purple t-shirt, not a perfect circle or ruler straight line anywhere. Besides, Jason probably wouldn't recognize the school picture me anyway. But when Mrs. Morehouse tries to slide my card into one of the little clear pockets in Jason's book, it's the tiniest bit too big. I'll take a sliver off the side, she says, heading for the receptionist's desk. Let me get some scissors. Beside me, Jason taps. Excuse me, I call to Mrs. Morehouse's back. He wants something. She doesn't even turn around. Would you see what it is? I'm scared. I don't understand Jason, but she's already chatting with the receptionist. Holding my breath, I peered down at his fingers, pointing to, thank you. Oh, I let go my breath. You're welcome. Mrs. Morehouse trims my word to fit his book, and Jason lets out a loud, ah! He says it so loud, Mrs. Frost turns down her hearing aid. Jason slaps, good job. My name stands out, colorful and detailed, among the black and white plainness of his other cards. Sandwich, pizza, soda, drink, eat, more, good, nice, bad, sad, happy, mad, van, want, go, I'm sorry, no, yes, maybe, I don't know, make, tell, help, wait, baseball, book, music, guitar, piano, like, please, thank you, me, too, okay, hi, goodbye, boy, girl, man, woman, picture, word, good job, what, who, why, and many more, all the way to Catherine. I long to pull his cards out and add red to the van, yellow to the happy face, and thick purple jelly between the slices of bread in the sandwich. I want to show Jason I'm sorry for not looking at him the same embarrassed way I hate people not looking at David. But how? If you ever want me to make you more words, just ask. Thank you, Mrs. Morehouse says, adjusting her earring. But there's no need. These words are part of a speech program we use, and it comes with a whole book of words. I can copy whatever he needs from there. Jason shoots his mother up. What? Look? Yes, more. Picture. Mrs. Morehouse sighs. Are you sure you don't mind, Catherine? I'm sure. I turn the pages of Jason's communication book, reading through his cards so I don't repeat the words or phrases he already has, which shouldn't be hard since all his words are boring. But to be polite, I ask his mother what words she suggests I make. Something you like would be nice. Then he could talk to you about it. She pulls a stack of blank cards from her purse. Would 7 be too many? 7's fine. Taking the cards, I'm not sure what to do. Go back to the couch, stay here. Jason turns a page in his communication book, and my insides twist. Well, I glance at my watch. Sorry, Hi, Jason! His speech therapist smiles, striding into the waiting room. Am I interrupting something? I open my mouth to say no, but she's already looking past me. How's his day been going? Jason taps. Good. He's been a bit cranky, Mrs. Morehouse says. I think he stayed up too late last night, watching the Red Sox. It went to extra innings. Oh? Are you? Points to Jason. Cranky? Gesture plus crabby face. Jason sighs. No. Good, because we're going to have fun today. The therapist turns to Mrs. Morehouse and adds, It's time for evaluations. Why don't you come with us, and I'll show you what I have in mind. Jason tilts his head toward me, his hand moving slyly across his book. Stupid speech, woman. I cover my mouth with my hand so I won't laugh out loud. Jason makes her sound like a superhero. Speech, woman. Avenger of adverbs, protector of pronouns, champion of chit-chat. Bye, I mumble through my fingers. Goodbye. He turns his page back to touch Catherine. If you don't have the words you need, borrow someone else's. At home, I line Jason's blank cards on my desk ready to draw, but choosing words is harder than I thought. 7 white squares full of possibility. I look around my bedroom for ideas, from the checkered rug on my floor to the calendar of Georgia O'Keeffe flower paintings Dad bought me at the art museum he took me to last summer. That's my dream, to be an artist and have people gasp when they see my paintings, like I do in the first day of each new month. I have a tiny clothespin at the bottom of the calendar pages so I don't cheat and peek ahead. I want each month's flower to be a surprise. On my door is a long mirror surrounded with colored sticky note reminders. My library books are due. Bring fine money. August 8th is Melissa's birthday. Remember, it takes 7 to 9 business days for mail to get to California. Plan ahead. And even a few reminders left over from school. Find lunch card. Project due Tuesday. I keep those up because it's nice to see them and know they don't matter anymore. On my desk is the little bamboo plant in the blue swirly dish Melissa gave me for my last birthday, and my computer with the longest, hardest to spell password I could think of, anthropological. That's so David won't figure it out. Across one bookshelf is a row of art supplies in cans, pencils, markers, paintbrushes. On the next shelf are paint bottles and stacks of paper, everything from thick watercolor paper to filmy sheets of jewel-colored tissue paper, and lots of things I've collected: shells, rocks, a tiny glass elephant, a blackened old skeleton key my grandmother found in a chest, but which unlocks nothing. I kept it because I like how it feels in my hand, the heart shape of the top and the jagged teeth at the bottom, and because not everything worth keeping has to be useful. Between my desk and my bed is a long window with gauzy purple curtains that let daylight through, even when the curtains are closed. And on the windowsill is a row of tiny colored bottles I bought one day at Elliot's Antiques. Sunlit purple, green, and gold. On the other side of my desk hangs my bulletin board, covered with drawings and little paintings. A pencil gray castle I started but never finished. A monkey painted on an emerald tissue paper rainforest. A colored pencil cartoon from 3 years ago of my guinea pigs dancing. I still like it, even if it's old, and I can do it better now. Well, there's something. I pick up my pencil and write on the first cards. Drawing. Guinea pig. Under my window, Nutmeg and Cinnamon purr happily, shuffling through the shavings in their cage. Nutmeg lifts her head. I look away quick. Anytime they catch me watching them, my guinea pigs think I should feed them. Picking up the next card, I decide I shouldn't do just me words. That day with the guitar, Jason could have used something fiery to say, something juicier than sad or mad. A string of words popped to mind: but I don't want to get in trouble with his mother, so I choose gross, awesome, stinks a big one. I'm not going to show these to Mom, especially the last one. I don't remember seeing exclamation points in any of Jason's other cards, but awesome with a period doesn't seem right. And if gross has one exclamation point, stinks a big one needs at least 3. My pen hovers over the 6th card. I could do another favorite, raspberry sherbet, or ice skating, or goldfish. I look past my messy closet. Open closet doors carefully. Sometimes things fall out. To the CDs, cassettes, books lining the shelves near my bed, but Jason already has book and music, and who knows if he even likes raspberry sherbet. I could pick words about the clinic, hallway, bookshelf, magazine, or I could do funny words like hoity-toity, or angry ones like oh yeah, or hurt ones like I didn't mean to. There's a gazillion words and phrases I could choose, and none of them seem worth one of my 2 last cards. So I push the blank cards aside and draw pictures for the others. Drawing a guinea pig is easy. I sketch an oval, fat and compact, add black eyes, tiny rounded ears, tucked under feet, and a mess of every which way hair, a furry baked potato. The other words are harder. What does awesome look like? Smiley face, sunrise, a double hot fudge sundae? My door creaks open a couple inches. A brown eye peeks through the crack. David never remembers to knock. It irritates me so much, I tape this rule right above my doorknob. This is Catherine's room. David must knock. No toys in the fish tank, he says. I pull forward one of my 2 blank cards and write in big block letters an unbendable, sharp-cornered David word. Rule. By the time I get to the living room, David's already crouched in front of the fish tank, his smiling face reflected in the glass. Out the window behind the aquarium, I see Mom in the yard talking to the mailman. And in the fish tank, one of my old Barbie dolls sits on the gravel, her arm raised in a friendly wave as though she spotted Ken across the living room and is inviting him to join her. And don't forget the scuba equipment, darling. Barbie's pink lipstick smile beams through the water, her long hair floating around her like a tangle of white blonde kelp. The goldfish nibble at it, and Barbie, queen of the fishes, waves cheerfully. The goldfish are used to David dropping strange beings into their tank. They always swim over to check out the newest arrival and try to eat it. When that doesn't work, they accept it, along with their usual plastic plants and little castle. Remember the rule. I flip open the top of the aquarium. No toys in the fish tank. David nods, but I'm not fooled. He may not buy into the fish tank rule, but he's got this one down pat. If you want someone to leave you alone, agree with her. You can only put things in here that belong, I explained, like stuff you buy at a pet store. That's all that goes in the fish tank. David leans in for a closer view as I pull Barbie up through the water. Willpower is trying hard not to do something that you really want to do, said Frog. He glances to me, hopeful. Mom says David will never learn to talk right if we keep letting him borrow words. But his face is so full of please. I say, you mean like trying not to eat all of these cookies? Asked Toad. Water from Bobby's hair trickles down my arm as I hold her over the fish tank, waiting for the dripping to stop. Through the window, I notice Mom's gone, and the girl next door is in her yard with Ryan Deshane. He points at my house and the girl spins around. She waves. I drop Barbie to wave back. No toys in the fish tank, David cries. It's wet. It's okay, I say out of the corner of my smile. It was an accident. I'll get her back out. Ryan keeps talking, his hands moving like he's explaining something. I hope he isn't saying things about me, especially not how I yelled at him when he called David a retard on the bus. But her wave didn't seem like a making fun wave. It seemed more of a hi. Wet. Glancing to David, I see his pants wadded at his feet. I jump in front of the window to pull the curtains closed. David, go find Mom, now. I have a pants rule too. Pantless brothers are not my problem. And that's where we will end our reading today. And we're reading Rules by Cynthia Lord. This book was published by Scholastic Press and published in 2006. And I'm so glad that you joined us today. And make sure you come back to see what happens with Catherine and David and her new neighbor. And until next time, my name's Mary, and I'm coming to you from the children's room at the Portland Public Library in Portland, Maine. And until next time, bye-bye.